I don't know if it's a good one, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember what else. There was something else that I was thinking about. But I can't. Oh, it was kind of along the same lines, I guess, about storytelling.
What about it?
Oh, well, it was just I recently watched The Sandlot and I was noticing stuff about it.
Also recently watched The Sandlot.
You did?
Yes, because Jesse
Whoa.
had never seen it. So I watched it because we were walking downtown and we did this walk that we will never do again because it was really sketchy and it was at nighttime and there was this like house and I didn't even see it because there was so much like overgrown brush and everything, but there was like it was covering up a fence and all of a sudden we heard like like this dog and it was huge and we didn't see it and we both just like stopped and we didn't scream or anything. We were both just like like stopped breathing and I was like, oh my gosh, that reminded me of The Sandlot. And she
Oh,
had seen it. So then we watched it because I was like, oh
nice.
my gosh, there's a monster behind that wall.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she really liked it.
That's good. Yeah, the themes in that movie, because I was kind of like, I've never liked baseball ever, but it's always been like in my top 5 movies. And then when I
Mm-hmm.
rewatched it, I was like, it's not really about baseball at all.
No, there's not that much baseball about like in it.
Yeah,
Which
it's
I
like,
appreciate.
but then I was watching it and I was like, it almost feels like, no, it doesn't really feel like fairy tale-ish, but it has like the same patterns of it. It's like got over, like the beast beyond the wall, over the garden wall sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then it's got the whole touch not, like he goes into kind of the forbidden holy of holies or something and takes the holy thing and then yeah.
And they're on like a quest to get it back, and there's a hero
Yeah.
to face the beast and all of
Yeah.
that.
And he
Yeah.
needs the PF flyers, like kind of like the Hermes sandals that
True.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Is there like a story that you wish that you had written or a song that you wish that you had written?
Oh, oh my goodness. Well, I wish I would have wrote Fantasties.
Yeah.
That I guess. Well, I don't know that I wish I would have written it, but that's probably the only thing that the first thing that ever maybe inspired me to write. Because I just found it that compelling.
Mm.
As song wise, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure I could think of one. I mean, there's lots of songs I like, but I'm trying to think of one that I wish I wrote. Uh, oh, It Ain't Me, Babe would have been a good one to write. That one's just a
For
solid
what reason?
song.
Just because
I
it's
don't
good.
know. It's just, yeah, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I
Bob
want
Bob Dylan came to my head all of a sudden, and I was like, that's a good solid song of his. A lot of his older songs I like a lot too, that I think are just good. But what about you?
I'm looking up the lyrics to "It Ain't Me, Babe."
I mean, I could kind of pick any of those. Well, not any Bob Dylan song because I don't like all
Yeah,
of them, but a lot of
mine.
them.
Recently, I was listening to. Let me look up the lyrics. I was listening to Billy Joel,
Yeah.
Vienna, and like I think that song is like the most relatable, and I wish that I could have written it. Like I
What song?
think Vienna. Do
Oh,
you remember
okay.
one? Like,
I'm
uh,
sure I've heard it.
it's like the when will you realize Vienna waits for you? That whole thing. But some of the lyrics, like the first part, the first verse is slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But then if you're so smart, tell me why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. You've got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. I don't know. It's just like, and then the second verse is slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. though you can see when you're wrong, you can't always see when you're right. I think the line that really gets me is like, you're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. I'm like, man, that is good writing.
That line.
Yeah, honestly, most of like both of the verses, I'm just like, that hits home for me. And I like, it's inspiring. I feel like that's probably, I've loved that song for so long, and I listened to it again and I was like, man, those lyrics are just like, they're good. They're good for me personally. They're not for everyone, but I think it's just because I live my life in the fast lane sometimes. And so it's like,
you're just trying to sound
slow
cool.
down, you're doing fine. You can't be anything you want to be before your time. It's like,
yeah,
it's like a good reminder song. But
yeah, that's a good one. I feel like I should have picked a better one.
no.
There's so many.
Bob Dylan has some great songs, even like Forever Young.
Yeah. That's a good one too. Yeah, let me see. I tried making a playlist of his. I know there's so many good like current artists as well. Like it's just hard
Gregory Allen is
to
a
pick. Like I love Lost Dog Street Band songs too, but
yeah.
they're just let me see here. Where's my playlist? I don't know if I have them on here. Yeah, it's just hard. I don't know. It's hard to pick because there's just too many good songs. I don't know.
Yeah. When you write, are you like, do you usually listen to like the same artist and find that it influences your songs while you're writing, or like the lyrics, or does it influence the music style?
Yeah, I think so. I think when I listen to different stuff, I guess I'm not so sure about like lyrically. I haven't really paid attention to that, but it'll inspire me to write if I listen to songs and listen to lyrics. It'll make me want to write more. What about you?
I feel like the music that I listen to probably inspires like the melodies that I pick, but I don't think that it ever inspires my writing. I think the only time I really feel inspired with writing is if I like am reading a book and then like a certain line stands out to me, and then I build lyrics around it. Or I just think really, really hard if I'm just very lost in thought. But it's weird because it feels like a flow and then it stops.
Yeah.
Like lately, like I felt like I hit a flow past few months, and then like this past week it's just like stopped. And I'm like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like the
kind of like writer's block or something. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I hit that too. I think I'm like probably sorry, the dogs are barking. Yeah, lyrically, I was kind of burning through lyrics recently when I did all those demos. I mean, I had some in store, and then some I just like kind of just wrote out real fast, and then then it's kind of like it just feels like almost like the book closes or something for a little bit.
Yeah.
Then same thing with the story thing too. Like I'd really, really love to just write more of like the story I was working on, but it comes in like small little pieces.
I know. I don't understand how people like make a living off of writing unless they're just writing not very good stuff. But I'm like, I feel like it just is so outside of me, so hard to grab on to like the inspiration. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. It drives me insane, but it's like, it's good because then once you hit something, it's like really good.
Yeah.
Or feels really good. But,
yeah, I agree.
But then sometimes I look back at it and I'm like, wow, that was just terrible.
I heard a voice. That was weird.
Really? Do you want to go check?
No, I think it was far away. It's just weird that I even heard one.
Huh.
Yeah, Craig was talking about the same thing though, of like how it's hard to just some people, it seems like it's easier to just switch in and out of the creative mode.
Yeah.
And they can just write, like Jonah, when Jonah Nelson, he said that he can like just kind of switch it on and off. He can just write whenever he wants. I'm like, I can't do that. I don't know.
I can't do that either. I wish I could.
Yeah, I feel like when I try to do that, it's just terrible anyway.
Yeah, me too. I'll like read it back and be like, that was garbage.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna show that to anyone. It's embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah, I need like either an idea to spark something in my imagination, I feel like, that I can kind of play with, or sometimes I've noticed a lot of kind of, this has been helpful, is hindsight, like looking back and writing in hindsight. And then that's been very helpful. And then once you kind of understand, I think like I don't know if it's symbolism. I don't necessarily know what to say, what it's called. Then you can kind of plug in things. It feels like easier. And like you could say, like if you flew, like when you flew to Iceland or something, like you could say you took a boat because you took a vessel, like, or something, you know, like you could write that portion of your life in like a fantasy version or something.
Yeah.
Like, or you could, like in even in the Final Fantasy games, they had like wooden boats, but they would fly in the air, so they were like airships or something, you know. I think they have that in other things too, you know. But like the waters above and the waters below. But yeah, hindsight I think is
helpful for you.
Yeah, and it's weird too because I feel like it's where it almost, like looking back on things, it almost feels more accurate to describe them in some weird, fantastical, poetic way. Does that happen with you?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like it helps to have like maybe not necessarily build a world around it, but have like analogies that touch that realm, you know, like characters or things like that, or like items that kind of like touch that, so you can compare like pieces of your story with like archetypes and things. I don't know that I've necessarily like built a whole world out of like a story that I've experienced, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think I've built a world out of it either. But I mean, like if you were to look back and write portions of that little time we had on like that we went when we went to Santorini or something, like it would almost feel more accurate to write it in like a weird, or at least that one night where that moon was like hitting the water. Like if I were to describe that, I think I would have to dive into some sort of like poetic imagery that that I couldn't just write a like description of it. Like it would have to get into, like you get what I'm getting at. Like I would have to use different imagery to even get across, to get across the proper feeling.
No, that makes sense, because some things like you experience you can't really explain very well. It's like trying to take a picture of the moon, you know. It's like you're never going to be able to do that the way that you want it to. Well, maybe you can if you have the right equipment, but like usually if you're like in the moment and you're like, wow, it's beautiful, or like a sunset, you're like, wow, that's so beautiful. Every time you take a picture, it's not going to be as good.
And it's going to reduce it. Like it's never going to be as good as looking at it.
And like the best that you can do is like describe it in a way that makes people feel what you felt in that moment. But instead of just being like, wow, the moon was really yellow and big last night, you know, it's like, that's cool. It's different. But I don't know, I think that's what makes good storytellers and bad storytellers, even just in like language, you know.
I don't
know, even in like I feel like even in comedic stories, I like comparing things. I don't know, it just like is helpful. I don't know.
What do you mean comedic stories?
One time I told Craig that I was talking about how I was like chubby as a child, and I was like, I ate so much bologna, I was like basically a piece of bologna, and he just thought that was like so funny because I compared myself to a piece of bologna. And like still to this day, sometimes he brings it up. And I'm like, that was not that funny. But I guess just because like you're comparing yourself to like an inanimate object or like a piece of food when you're talking about how chubby you are. I don't know. It's like stuff like that just makes people feel something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like that gets, I think, and saying something like that like gets across more of the feeling than if you were to say like, when I was younger, I was chubby. But if you said when I was younger, I was like a slab of bologna, like that creates a whole different thing. Yeah.
A whole different image and feeling. And it also like adds like some level of like, oh, that's funny. Like I can laugh at that. You know, it's not like oh, you were chubby. Like, should I feel bad or like why are you know, it's just like, yeah.
Well, so is there a story you wish you had written?
Like a book?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think so.
Or story, I mean.
I'm trying to think. I don't really think so, because I think just because like when I think about like movies and books that inspire me, they're usually like true stories. And so I think what I would be most jealous of is people who recreate like real stories in poetic ways, like we're talking about, that make other people feel something. Like even like Into the Wild. Like I feel like reading that book, that's a true story that this journalist not recreated, but like retold in a way that like made people feel something.
Yeah.
Like I would be more jealous of that kind of writing in that way. I like creatively, if I'm going to like make something up or be poetic, then I'm usually I'm just going to be like writing music mostly. But if I could retell people's stories in that kind of way, that would be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's like a specific person that like would inspire me. That's another thing is, did I ask you that the other day? Who is your like role model?
I think you did.
I think I did.
Jesus.
I don't think that was that your answer? I didn't have one. Like
no, we talked about this and we both said we didn't really have one.
Yeah, like who you would like see, look at their life and be like, I want that.
We were talking to we were talking to this with some other people. I can't remember.
It was that. I think it was our whole family.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because Jessica had a bunch.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I had none.
Yeah, I don't think I have any.
It was a lot about me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't really think of any. Like maybe I could try to grab at some from movies or something, but those aren't really role models.
No, not really.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
No. The Rescue Rangers.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really feel plausible to look at other people's lives and be like, I want that, and work really hard to have that. Because like ultimately, even in movies, you watch them and you're like, yeah, but like you're sad still. You know?
Some people in movies are happy, right?
Yeah, sometimes, but like even like the ones of people like coming of age films where they're, or not coming of age films, but like where they're traveling or exploring or something, it's like, I don't know, then they're just sad at some point. And you're like, well, they don't really want that, but I don't know. There's always some conflict, or else it's a stupid movie or a stupid story.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. It's like I feel like I have enough conflict in my own life. I don't really need to aspire to have someone else's life that has other conflict in it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
I feel like the really iconic people in movies too, it would just be really cliche and very obvious if you were trying to model your life after them. Like if you were to try to be like Doc Holliday or something.
Yeah, or like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, there you go. Good choice. You want to
Well,
be
I
that
was just
sports
thinking
guy.
of like the like running, you know.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was thinking of. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess if I decided like I'm gonna run and not stop, then people would be like, that's very Forrest Gump of you, not very
Yeah.
original.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. Yep.
Nope, don't think I have any role models.
Nope. Me either. Craig. Just kidding.
Yeah. Craig Bay. Craig.
Just gonna keep bringing him up just in case he joins. He probably
Yeah,
won't.
I actually sent an invite to Chris Schweizer too. I was like, you'd probably enjoy this conversation about the
Yeah, he
writing
probably
process.
would have more insight.
Yeah. And how he writes songs and stuff too.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is like, I don't know. His style is very different. I feel like my style is different from yours too.
Yeah.
You write like journey songs.
What?
You tend to write like journey songs.
I do?
Their whole like yeah, they feel like this like a whole story.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I guess I haven't really paid attention to it too much. Is that a good thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. It's different,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you something now. I can't remember. Oh no. I forgot. Oh, have you been writing anything lately? Like besides lyrics or no?
Mm-mm.
No. No screenplays or anything?
No, just music. I've been like trying to really dive into it more. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where like I'm like trying to learn more to not like force myself to do creative things that aren't working for me in the moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I feel like if I sat down and tried to write a story, it just like wouldn't happen because it's like not for this moment.
Yeah.
But music feels like it is, but still it's like comes in waves, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And right now I feel like music is the best way for me to like externalize like feelings and like stories. Like things that I think about, like experiences and everything. It's like that's the best retelling I can do of it, which is weird because I used to do like retellings of like trips and stuff in just like story form that was like kind of quippy and just fun. It wasn't very poetic like you were talking about, but it was just like meant to be like funny.
Yeah.
And those are fun. Like I like them, but yeah, I don't know. I just I haven't like felt like inspired to do anything like that in a while. But what about you?
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be poetic or anything, I guess,
Well, but even just like retelling the story, I don't know. I think like I feel more like I want to invoke emotion. And so that feels like for me easier to do with a music outlet than in just a writing outlet because I don't always write poetically when I usually write more like comedically. Even in screenplays, they're usually more comedic.
Yeah.
But when I'm writing music, I feel like I can actually like do something emotional.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, same here. I feel like music is an easy thing to do with my bad poetry.
Yeah, totally.
Like if I write lyrics, it's like there's no way this could live up to be poetry, but it could make a really good song.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like interesting too. I was talking to Jesse last night because I met this mom the other day and she was talking about how her son used to listen, like he would like listen to all this music, like all these records and stuff that she had. And it like influenced the way that his voice is now and the way that he sings. And I was talking to Jesse, and sorry, mom, if you listen to this, but I was like, I wish that I had been exposed to more music when I was younger because I just wonder what it would have opened my mind to. at like a younger age, like instead of just being like constricted to contemporary Christian music, the Beatles and the Beach Boys, you know, like if I had been able to listen to other things, I feel like it would have been so helpful in like this time of my life because I feel like such a late bloomer. Like I didn't start listening to different kinds of music until you started like sharing music with me when I was in high school. And then I was like, oh wow, there's so much good music out there and like so many different genres and like I just had no idea and so many cool voices I'd never heard. And so sometimes when I sing, I'm like, I feel like I just sing like a contemporary Christian singer, you know, like
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have that much like other influence to my voice and I wish that I did.
Yeah.
But I don't know, we were talking about it and she was like, either I said it or she said it. It feels similar to like when people are scared to study like other religions or like ask deep questions. It feels like this like fear around music because it's like an influencer, and they're always scared that like even if you're like not listening to the lyrics, they're still going in you and things like that. So like everyone's like parents are always like be really careful what your kids are listening to because sometimes the beat is good and the lyrics are bad and you know.
Yeah.
And part of me is like maybe that's I think it's true to some extent just because it's like a powerful medium.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most powerful mediums, or at least it is with me. It like
Yeah.
really can change my mood.
No, yeah, I think it is too. It just feels like I don't know, to me it would have been worth it to have a little more risk and be
Yeah.
exposed to more creativity, you know. But I agree because like I think next to film, music's probably like the second most powerful medium, I would say.
Really, I would say it's before film.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah, because everybody listens to music all the time.
That's fair. So
And
like the amount that you absorb.
Yeah, people constantly have headphones in, and it's just like, and they have their favorite songs. They'll listen to music to put them in good moods. Like people don't turn to movies that way. They're like, oh, I'm gonna watch this film just so I can get myself in a good mood, you know. Or maybe they will, but it's like
I
not
think they
as
do. It's
yeah.
not as accessible. I guess the accessibility of music makes it probably more powerful because we can have it anywhere, but we didn't used to always be able to have it anywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
But even still, I mean, even back then, it was like, I guess you had theater and, you know, music. So you'd have to go to like a play or something, I guess.
Yeah.
So I still don't know how. I guess maybe they're combined in that. I don't know. But I guess I feel like music was still probably a little more accessible.
Well, that's why I always thought film was more powerful. It's not as easily accessible, but it combines like visual and audio, you
Yeah,
know?
and the music as well. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're getting like two streams of like influence at you at once. But it is, but I do agree, like people do listen to music all day, every day, and it does influence like their moods a lot, depending on what they listen to. Which I mean, like it does for me too. Like I listen to certain music in the morning, so I wake up.
I guess I always thought I would say music is more of the influencer because even if you have the film, like the music changes the entire scene. You know,
that's true.
Like it
That's
kind
true.
of you could put a different song.
But I think it's like I think it's like the combination of the two are even stronger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe not always. Maybe not always. I don't know. Like I think about like the Lumineers music videos, and they have like they're basically like a bunch of like a little mini movie, just a bunch of these like videos making up like one long story because they connected all of their songs, which I think is super cool. I don't know how they did that, but it was cool. But even so, like I think that's like it's like kind of one of those things like it could influence people more, or it could kind of break the bubble for them. You know, like when you're listening to an artist and you're like, I just don't want to see what they look like because I don't want it to ruin my picture for me. And sometimes like songs can be that way too, where it's like, I don't really want a music video because I don't want to ruin the picture that I painted in my head of this song if I've like really like thought about it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Who knows?
Yeah. There's certain songs too that I'll only listen to at certain times.
Yeah.
For a reserve. Yeah. Or like holy songs or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
So what songs do you wish you were open up to?
Wish I would what?
That you were opened up to at a young age. You miss out on. I mean, I don't think
Well,
I ever heard anything other than contemporary Christian music until I started going to Hot Topic. You know, I think that was like maybe the beginning of it.
I wish like I think there's just like decades I wish I had known more of. You know, like I wish I had known more of the 60s at a younger age. I wish I had known more of the 80s at a younger age. Uh even honestly, even like early 2000s, like I don't know. I feel like I didn't really listen to anything till like 2010s, you know?
Yeah.
And like it like that early like grungy awkward music everyone knows I don't know that much of. And like 80s, like I completely missed 80s. I only know like
Really?
yeah.
I thought Dad was always
He was always
playing
playing
stuff.
70s music,
Oh,
which is
that's right.
fine. I know like so many 70s songs, but it's just like 70s was like the dip, I think. It was like 60s was awesome. And then it was like 70s, 80s, you know, it was like 70s was probably like the worst out of those three
Yeah.
decades. But I
What
am
was
glad
90s?
to do it. 90s, I don't know. I didn't really listen to that much 90s either, but I would
I think
imagine that
90s was
was
like Britney Spears and stuff like that.
yeah, it feels like maybe another dip in the progression of music.
What?
I could be wrong. But either way, I wanted to know all of it. And I think like I wish I had listened to, I don't know, sometimes I think about like Pokey Lafarge and I'm like, man, he must have listened to so Pokey Lafarge. He must have listened to so many like old like 20s albums when he was little to like really get that voice and just like have it be his, you know? Or even like Zoe Deschanel and like she probably listened to like older music.
Or Nick Shoulders.
Do what?
Or Nick Shoulders.
Or Nick Shoulders. Yeah, it's like I feel like they listen to songs that influenced their voice at such a young age that like it shaped their voice now. I don't know. No, I mean, like, and my voice is my voice. It's just the way that it is now. And that's how it is. But sometimes I just wish that I had like more exposure to like maybe different decades of music so I could have tried different things.
Yeah.
Which I still can. It just feels weird now because it feels like I know my voice now and it's not always fitting.
So you're just kind of like faking it. That's how you feel.
Well, yeah, or like I don't know. I think I just wonder like subconsciously how much it would have influenced the way that I sing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't think you sing like a worship leader. I wouldn't say that.
I don't.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like I do sometimes.
No, I wouldn't think that.
I don't know. I just remember growing up, people were always like, "Oh, I love your voice because I can actually understand what you're saying." And I was like, that's not really a good reason to like my voice. Now I feel like I need to pronounce everything really well. And then I would listen to artists and I was like, I can't understand anything they're saying. And I love that.
Yeah, like horse feathers.
Yeah, I'm like, that's so great. I love that I don't know what you're saying and I have to listen to the song over and over and over again to understand.
Yeah. What do you think Deep Dark Woods was influenced by then? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I don't know. It's like some of them feel obvious and some of them aren't. Like, I mean, like I wouldn't know what Fleet Foxes was inspired by. They feel like inspired by nature, honestly. All of their songs are so like peaceful and like just feel like you're in the woods when you listen to them. But then like you listen to Milk Carton Kids and it's like, well, It's very Simon and Garfunkel of you.
Yeah.
Or there's like some other bands I've listened to. There's one band I can't remember the name of them, but they literally designed their album art the same as like one of the Beatles album arts, and all of their songs are like so Beatles inspired, but they're
I
like
know who you're
entirely
talking about. I can't
different
remember
songs.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, like different lyrics, different music, but they just feel the same, which is
Yeah.
interesting. Which I don't know that I love that. I don't love like when it's too close. I think I just like, I don't know. I think I'm more interested in like what vocally that looks like.
Yeah.
But
Who inspires you vocally? Anybody?
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I wish like I listened to more like Ella Fitzgerald, you know, or like Cass Elliot. Like I wish I had listened to more of them.
Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee, gosh, yeah, that would be cool. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know. Those kind of things, like maybe like higher like or faster vibrato sometimes, or even the growl, you know, that'd be so nice. I can practice it, but it's just like, I don't know, it's different.
Yeah.
Brenda Lee's voice is so like bright though. It's
Who's
very
what? Yours?
Brenda Lee. Brenda Lee.
Who's this?
Brenda Lee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
Anybody that doesn't sing well.
Bob Dylan?
Yeah, basically, I think anybody where I'm like, they don't sing very well, and
Felice Brothers?
and I don't know, that inspires me and encourages me because I'm like, oh, and this, I can do this. Like
Yeah.
Corbin, if he was like, I'm like, I couldn't sing after that guy. He's like flawless.
He's insanely good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He really is. It's crazy.
Yeah, maybe I should like at this video I can end it with a clip of his song.
Yeah.
Tag it on the end.
Yeah, I think they're recording their music. So
really? Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do that. If I actually knew how to do that, if I was that savvy, I could do it. Well, you know how to do that.
To tag what? Tag their like sorry.
What?
Oh, his song at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had a recording of it, I could do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Just venting now. Now I'm just venting.
Yeah.
About what what music I wish I had listened to as a child.
Yeah, I don't know which one. Like, I really don't know what I would have wished I listened to as a child. I mean, we got by Secret Ambition by Michael W. Smith. You can't do much better than that.
Oh my gosh, and the old Newsboys.
Oh yeah, they were great. I still like them.
Relient K.
Yeah, Love Liberty Disco, Relient K. Yeah, those are still great.
Yeah. No, they're still good. They're still good. They were fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, there's just so much out there now, though. Like, especially with Spotify, it's just unreal. It's hard to keep up with anything. Everybody has like their own, I guess, favorite artist. It doesn't even seem like people have their own favorite artists anymore either. It's just like they'll find a song here or there.
No, it doesn't even feel like there's like an iconic like person. Really, I mean, I guess there are some, but not the same way.
Yeah, you don't really wait for albums anymore. Like people used to like wait for the Beatles album, you know, and it was this huge deal.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen anymore, really. I mean, I still do, I think, with certain bands, if I knew, but I don't know when they're releasing stuff. But if I knew, I would probably get excited about a new album. But there's not a lot of them. Modest Mouse.
Yeah. They do some cool stuff.
What's your favorite band? Well, I know your favorite song.
Do you?
Burr by Blitzen Trapper.
Oh yeah. I was like, wait, what is it?
That's not your favorite band though, is it?
No. I think that like, I don't know. There's some bands that I just think have such solid albums Like I think Blitzen Trapper, not that one, but I think it's like the Void. I can't the Void something, Chaos of the Void or something like that. That like just like all together is so good. And like same with who are those people? Houndmouth. They have that one album. Just like you can sit down and listen to the whole thing, and it's great.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
one with little, what's it called? Little neon
Neon
limelight or something.
Lights, yeah, or something.
Oh my
Uh,
God. It's a stink bug.
but ew, gross.
No.
But I don't know. I think like for individual artists,
Like
hmm,
what would be one that you would look forward to them releasing a new album?
hmm, it's hard because like I feel like I go through so many phases. I don't know. I really don't know because like the people
Really?
I'm thinking of, like if I think of like Horse Feathers, I would probably be excited if they released something new.
Yeah.
I think that would be really good. It used to be Tallest Man on Earth, but then he just kept writing songs about rivers, and I just don't think I can listen to another one. But I loved his new like when he would put an album out, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. But like now I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't want any more river songs. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Deep Dark Woods,
Yeah.
they're really good. I don't know.
Their albums are solid too. I feel like, well, that one is The Place I Left Behind. That whole album is just,
Yeah, Yarrow's really good too.
yeah. Yeah.
I have to look on my Spotify. What's yours while I look?
My favorite band would probably be Modest Mouse.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
I think
fair.
they're probably my favorite. And then but I could probably go down the list like that too of albums I would be excited for. Probably, yeah, Horse Feathers, Deep Dark Woods, Fionn Reagan, Modest Mouse. Trying to think of some other ones. Is there anything Gregory Alan Isakov does is good
I
too?
know.
I don't know
Anything
why.
he does is so good.
And his lyrics are just amazing too.
You know who I wish still made music is Noah and the Whale.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, they're so annoying.
I love their first album is really annoying, but the First Day of Spring album is so good.
Yeah, their first album.
I love that
You know what I
one.
love most about them is like, I remember, I can't remember where I found them. It was years and years ago. It was back when I lived in Knoxville. I was going to school there, and I liked them. It just got so old. Their first album, because
Yeah.
it's so peppy and so
It's
upbeat,
so
and he's so happy. And then they came out with their second album, and you could tell his girlfriend dumped him because it was just sad songs. The
Oh my
whole
gosh,
album was
guys.
sad, and I
It
was
was
like, oh my
rough. I
goodness,
remember that.
yeah.
Yeah, the second one was so good. Um,
Nowhere, nowhere.
Ear Tick. I haven't listened to a ton of them, but every time I listen to them, I really like them.
Yeah, I kind of stopped following them. Their first album, that had Ashamed on it was really good, and then I really liked I think it was called Born on Flag Day. And then they had one more after that was really good, and then I kind of stopped following them after that. I didn't know if they stayed consistent or not.
Yeah. My issue is that like, wait, who's that one guy? The one guy with the mustache. I can't ever remember his name. Raymond.
Ray LaMontagne?
No.
No,
What's his name?
I don't know. Oh,
Raylan Baxter. Raylan Baxter. I like his stuff too.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's hard because I feel like a lot of times I like artists and then I like certain ones of their songs. There's very few artists that I like an entire album by them. I think Modest Mouse, yeah. And then River Wireless, I feel like puts out good albums, but they don't put out music very often, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like,
neither does Modest Mouse, and Fionn Reagan doesn't either. Fionn Reagan is weird because he'll put out an album, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't really like it. It's okay. And then the more I listen to it, the more it just grows on me. And so
Because of the lyrics or the music?
I think it's all of it. It's just really, I don't know what it is about his music. I think it's kind of the same with Deep Dark Woods too. The more I get to know their songs, the more I like them, and they just, yeah,
they're good. Yeah.
Oh, and Felice Brothers, they could put out an album, and I would probably, I don't know that I'd like all of them, but I always enjoy when they put out an album.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to think of.
Yeah, I guess I was just curious. I don't know. I don't know how interesting this conversation would be for other people to listen to.
I don't know either. I was just seeing that too. I was like, sorry, everybody. Sorry, everybody.
I don't have to post it at all. I don't care.
Yeah.
We're just chatting.
Yeah.
I mean, I can if you want me to. I feel like we said some interesting things.
Maybe.
We got distracted on bands.
I feel like we didn't really get very far in the creative process of writing a song, maybe. But that's okay. I don't really think that we have a method.
No, I don't think we do either. It's just basically wait on the muse or the genius.
Yeah. Be alone.
Yeah, it's same thing with the storytelling too. It's like I don't know. And then I have different characters, and it's like I can't just tap into them when I want to.
Yeah.
So, but I like that. Like I don't want to be able to do that because then it feels like they're not really real. Like I'm making them do what I want rather than discovering what they do.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Ooh, well, sorry for this lame conversation.
No, this is good. I mean, I've enjoyed it. I just don't know if it'll.
I've enjoyed it too. I don't know how interesting it would be. If only freaking Craig would have showed up.
Yeah.
My role model.
I mean, I think this would be like this would probably be interesting for people like Craig or something, or people that know us. But
yeah,
other than that, I don't really know. But maybe that's my whole audience anyway. Actually, I feel like my audience might be less of people I actually know in real life. Because I don't think anybody in the family listens to or watches YouTube or listens to the podcast.
Sometimes they listen to them.
What?
I think sometimes they listen to them.
Really?
Because I've heard them reference things before, like your psychedelic one. They were really worried about you.
Oh my goodness, yeah. That took like 5 minutes for Mom to call me. What's going on with you? Those were her exact words. Jason, what's going on with you?
What's going on with you?
What's going on with you? I ate some mushrooms.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah. Wow. All right, how far are you on Fantasies, by the way? Do you get any farther?
Same distance as when you asked me a few days ago.
You remember that other book? Yeah, I haven't read any since then either.
I haven't even read the other book. The other book is traumatizing. I hate reading it. It's awful.
Yeah. Maybe I'll read some at the beach. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I could probably finish it. I think I'm getting towards the end. It's one of those too. Like I start to get towards the end, and I don't really want to finish because I'm like, it's just so good. I want to draw it out.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Well.
All right. Well,
are you leaving?
Here. Yeah, I still gotta finish that search, and I still gotta pack too. I think we're leaving at like 4 a.m. or something.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah.
Or 5, I don't know. So, but I gotta pack. I'm debating on which backpack to use because I thought I would just use the big one you guys got me that I took to India, but then I don't know if there's a place for my laptop in there. So
I don't know. I slid mine in this pocket on the inside because it's like where you put the water if you want to have like a little water thing. But
I can look for that.
A backpack sleeve, or not actually a computer sleeve, but that's what I used. But what else was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, if you want to do a podcast while we're at the beach, that's more interesting. And like Zoom.
Yeah, we should try to. I don't know how to do that. I guess maybe I could just set up my phone and record video on that. Maybe I don't really know. I don't know how to record video other than Zoom because I can't do it on the DSLR because it cuts off like every 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could still do Zoom if you want to like ask anyone else if they want to do something too.
Yeah, that's true. But it would be cool to sit around with if James is going too.
Oh yeah, that'd be
We should redo the round table, the very first podcast we ever did.
I
That
forgot
kicked it all off. Yeah.
Totally forgot about it. I'm gonna need to re-listen to that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like terrible.
Yeah, I guess you could. Well, no, because you gotta fly. Because I was gonna say you could bring the Yeti mic, but no, don't worry about it.
I could probably pack it.
Nah, that's too much. That's too
I'm not
much. It
gonna
probably wouldn't
pack.
happen anyway. Things are always so busy, but that would be fun to do that again, though. Who was that? So it was James, John, me, you, and who else? Wasn't there someone else?
Cassie? Was it Cassie?
Maybe. If she was there, I don't know that she was there the whole time.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'll listen to it again if it's on your Spotify.
Yeah, I think it was it the first one or was the first one. I think that was the first one we ever did. I don't know if that was the first one I posted though, or if the
I think
first
it was
one.
the first one we did.
Yeah, I don't know either. I could find out right now. Let me see. It might not be easy to find out. I thought it would be. So let's see. Episodes. First episode. Why are you being so slow? Bro. Go faster. Yeah. Let's see. Date. No, I can't really sort it.
Whoa.
Oh.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. This might take a while.
All right. Check on
wait. No, the first one. You know what? Where is it? The first one I posted on Anchor was Cameron Ball. I thought that was the first one I posted, but it definitely the first one we did.
was the Thanksgiving one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but I didn't post that till February for some reason. But that was recorded 11/29/19. Yeah. But that was the first one we recorded. It wasn't the first one posted though. And let's see, it was James. Yeah, it was just James, John, and you and me.
Oh.
Just us
Yeah,
four.
we should try it again. That'd be fun.
Yeah. All right. That would be a lot of fun.
All right.
Cool. All right. Well, have a good night.
Yeah. You too. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.